Alright, so I haven't done a video in quite a few months, and for this first video back, I really want to talk about something I'm really passionate about. And I think if you dwindle down my two biggest interests in life, it's dogs and then the written word. And this video, I really want to talk about the written word. I want to talk about one of my favorite books, and that's Jane Eyre. And I'll preface this by saying that I think I like Jane Eyre so much partly because of when I read it. I think it was a really good time for me to read it. I was about 15, 16 years old in high school, and it really just kind of gave me a good idea about what kind of woman I wanted to be. You know, it was when I was a teenager, kind of stuck between a girl and a woman, and Jane Eyre just really showed me kind of what I wanted to be. And just, I guess, to back up and just talk more about Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre it's set in England in like the 1800s, and it's about this girl named Jane Eyre, and she's an orphan, and she has a pretty bad childhood with her aunt and her uncle and cousins, and then she's sent to this school, and again, the school's not the greatest. She has quite a few tragedies there, but eventually she grows up, she becomes a teacher, and then she moves away from the school and becomes a governess for this young French girl, teaching her at this mansion in the countryside, and the mansion's owned by Mr. Rochester, who's just kind of this mysterious, grumpy figure. And Jane Eyre is not described as like particularly pretty or smart or talented or anything like that, but she is just so incredibly hopeful and ambitious and persistent, and she has so much perseverance. I mean, really honestly, she wants to make her life better, which is something that I think was really important for me to see a woman who is independent and maybe not has some stuff stacked against her, but still rises above that and understands that she should be valued as a person. And her relationship with Mr. Rochester also was very interesting to me and kind of helped me figure out, or at least grow a more mature view of love. And Mr. Rochester, like Jane Eyre, is a flawed character. He's very rough around the edges. But they both are similar in that they both are, again, independent, ambitious, and they are by themselves complete individuals. I mean, if they never got together, they could still live out their lives and be fulfilled, and with their own dreams and their own wishes. But I think their relationship is so interesting because they have this mutual respect and admiration for one another, and there's this equal partnership that they have where it's a give and take, and the thing that really binds them is just how much they respect one another and how they both view each other very equally, which is something that I don't think is seen a lot in books or in movies, especially back then when this was written in the 1800s, but also now. There's always usually someone who wears the pants, and that's not necessarily the case in Mr. Rochester and Jane Eyre's in their relationship. So it was a very interesting book that really showed me what I could be as a woman, and also what I could be as, a partner, or what I would want in a marriage or a partnership. And I would say it's one of those books that kind of really transformed the way I viewed myself and the way I viewed the world around me. So that's Jane Eyre. That's why I love it so much. And I was very vague about everything because I didn't want to spoil anything, but it's a very interesting book. It's suspenseful, it's mysterious, it's romantic. It has some commentary about culture at the time, about society, about people. It's a really great book. I highly recommend reading it. My dog's in the back. I think he wants up on my bed, so I'm going to prop him up there on my bed. But please comment on what one of your favorite books is, and just kind of talk to me about why you like it so much, and maybe we can have a little discussion, a little book club, if you will. All right, see you later.